It up, shot won't fall. Wilson, what looks like over the back. Well,
Oh boy.
Jump ball is the call.
Wow. Stephanie White's upset about that. I thought that was over the back. Wow. Watch this. That's a jump ball?
That should have been a jump ball at least. That's what the official score sheet claims. But anyone who saw the play knows what really happened. A'ja Wilson came crashing in from behind, swiping at the ball while Lexi Hull had already established perfect position. Textbook boxing out like every fundamentals guide teaches. Still, the referees ruled it a 50-50ths play. But fans weren't fooled. The broadcast crew was stunned. The coaches on both sidelines were losing their minds. And for the thousands watching at home, this was the moment a lingering suspicion turned into undeniable reality. This wasn't just a blown call, it was the spark that lit the fuse. One viral clip exposed a situation that players and coaches had quietly battled for months. Now, the controversy has erupted, and demands for an official investigation are growing louder by the day.
But this was a big win for the Fever because the Aces were the only team that they had not won at least one game to last season, meaning the Aces swept the Fever last season. They actually haven't won a game against the Aces in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark. This team is crazy. They are beating the #1 team in the league first, and then they go and beat the Aces, who they haven't won to in 16 games. And they did it without Caitlin Clark, which is just a testament to how this team is finally developing a rhythm.
The league is finally starting to take notice, especially with the collective bargaining agreement looming large, and the players have clearly moved on. You can see it in the coaches, nearly coming out of their shoes in frustration. Hear it in the sharp tone of their voices, and witness it in every heated reaction on the court. This isn't just about a single missed call anymore. It's a silent rebellion against a league that's let biased, inconsistent officiating go unchecked for far too long. Today, we break down exactly how this controversial play became ground zero for a growing revolt. Using the WNBA's own data, we'll expose just how deep the problems run and why this moment has become a full-blown credibility crisis the league can no longer afford to ignore. If you're tired of the sugarcoating and ready to call out the truth, hit like and drop your thoughts on the officiating in the comments. Now, let's rewind to the moment that broke the internet and lit the fire.
And A'ja Wilson. My God, you see how many free throws that lady have? Oh my God, on the stat sheet, she had basically 30 points, but all the free throws this woman got, man, they tried their best to keep the Aces in the game, man, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter, man. They destroyed the Aces. About freaking time the Fever finally beats the Aces, man, and without Caitlin Clark.
Even the commentators, usually careful to avoid direct criticism, were tripping over their words, trying to make sense of what they had just seen. Because this play wasn't complicated. It was basketball 101. Anyone who's ever laced up a pair of sneakers knows the rule. You box out to claim position under the basket. That space is yours. Period. Lexi Hull executed it flawlessly. She got into perfect rebounding position, held her ground, and sealed off A'ja Wilson just like every coaching manual says to do. Wilson, on the other hand, ignored all of it, launched straight over Hull's shoulders and making obvious contact. Clear, over the back. Every time. This is the textbook definition of a foul 99 out of 100 times. That's Indiana Fever ball. Plain and simple.
It's a foul. It's a third.
Lexi Hull, tremendous three, and leads the league at 50%, shooting a three, draws the charge.
Apparently not. Instead of calling the obvious foul, the referees inexplicably whistled for a jump ball. It was the kind of decision that made time feel like it froze, outdated, baffling, and completely detached from the rules of the game. This wasn't a borderline judgment call. This wasn't a gray area. It was a blatant violation, yet somehow it rewarded the offender, handing the possession arrow right back to Las Vegas. That's all it took. In an instant, this brief crystal-clear clip became the rallying point for everything fans had been shouting about all season. Missed calls, biased whistles, questionable officiating. What used to be dismissed as gut feelings or wild theories was now undeniable. And the worst part? This was just the most obvious example of a pattern fans had been noticing for months.
This defense is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, it's night and day. I think that Commissioner's Cup gave them swag. Now they're swagging it out. I never seen Natasha Howard so aggressive in my life. This girl is beasting now all suddenly. She is beast moding right now. And Timpson, the rookie, getting block shots, getting steals. Aaliyah Boston is just murking, destroying Aja Wilson. Man, you know, I got a Wilson. I got a nickname for Aja Wilson, guys. You know what it is? Whistle Wilson. Because this lady's always getting whistles. She's the person with the special whistle, guys. Every freaking time. And then she goes to the free throw line. Freaking free throw merchant. I think she's related to SGA. But anyway, she's not playing that great.
Because when you zoom out, that one play becomes part of something far bigger and far uglier. Fans even have a name for it, Whistle Wilson. And no, it's not just a throwaway Twitter meme. It's evolved into a full-on grassroots data project. Diehard WNBA fans have been tracking Aja Wilson's every move, logging every soft foul she draws and every no-call she benefits from. And in this game, the trend couldn't have been more obvious. The numbers say it all. Wilson went to the free throw line 13 times. Meanwhile, the entire Indiana Fever rostered 12 players over 4 full quarters managed just 17 total attempts. One player nearly matching an entire team at the line. Let that sink in.
The Aces tried to put a little run together to start the third quarter, and Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull shut that shit down. They shut it down by hitting some big shots. All right? That steal led to the only 2 points that Sophie Cunningham had. But it was big. So right here, let's start Aaliyah Boston right here. That's Sydney Colson to Boston. She going to drive into the lane.
Wilson.
And I've got to tell you, she gave Aja Wilson all she could handle.
And this isn't just internet noise, it played out in real time, right there on the broadcast. Even the commentators, who usually tread carefully, couldn't avoid the obvious. Despite their attempts to stay neutral, they acknowledged what everyone was seeing. The whistles were one-sided. One analyst put it bluntly. Almost with a shrug, they're trying to keep Vegas in it. Another offered a more cautious take, but no one pushed back. The elephant on the court was too big to ignore. Even the seasoned pros had to admit it. Aja Wilson and a few other league superstars are clearly playing by a different set of rules.
Aja Wilson, she got a favorable whistle in the second half, but it is what it is. Superstars get the whistle. Unless your name is, 29 points for Aja Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Dana Evans, 1 for 10, Dana Evans. Oh my goodness.
The whistle favors the superstars. It was said casually, like it's just part of the game. But that kind of quiet acceptance is exactly what's eroding trust in the league. Because once fans start believing that outcomes are shaped by who the officials want to reward, not by hustle, skill, or heart, the whole foundation of fair play begins to crack. That jump ball fiasco wasn't just a single missed call, it was a chilling confirmation of fans' worst fear, that biased officiating, not real basketball, might be deciding the final score. So, what do you think? Is the superstar whistle real? Are certain players getting special treatment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear where everyone stands.
Wilson crossing over. Wilson hangs. Wilson finishes.
Oh boy, here she comes.
See, Hull, a much-needed answer for Indiana.
See, after the miss, Hull on the floor again, finds Mitchell, right corner for 3. Good! It's Mitchell the other way for 2. 57-38 Fever with 3:35 left in the third quarter.
Becky Hammett's had enough.